Alrighty. Why do I always do that with my arms? Like my background? It's a tapestry. I got it at a music festival. Hey guys, how's life? So today I'm going to be talking about Wild, an EP by Troye Sivan, pictured here. Ding! I don't know why, but every time I film, I bring in Grace Helbig references, and it's really bad because she probably owns that shit. So I'm just going to talk a little bit about what I thought of Wild. So yeah, stay tuned. Why do I always do the gun thing? I don't do that in real life. Oh. I loved his past, everything that he came out with in the past. I don't really watch him too much on YouTube, but I love his music, and it's very much my style. Like, if I'm feeling sad, I really like to listen to his music, which I don't know if he wanted that, but I like that. So there you go. The first song is called Wild, which is cute. And I really loved it. It was super clean sounding, which is typical of Troye. Like, everything sounds, I don't want to say produced, but like not in a bad way clean. Like, it sounds good clean. Like, he dresses as very clean lines and, you know, white t-shirts and things like that. Even the cover is of him in a white t-shirt. And I just thought it was very fitting that his music, for me, it sounds the way I think it should. It sounds like Troye. It reminds me of the song, of the band The XX. Like, it's like The XX, you know what I mean? They're super alternative and clean, and a little bit of like techno, poppy with alternative, slight punk, and you get all of those vibes with Troye. I think that this album Wild really helps show Troye's singing talents a little bit more. It's a little bit more raw, so you can hear him specifically like singing instead of just kind of talking. Like in Happy Little Pill, he's kind of talk singing, you know, it's like dun, 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 dun. But in Wild, he's really singing, and his voice comes clearly through every song, so you kind of get to hear a little bit more of him, which I really enjoyed. I loved the song Bite. It sounded very much like Troye's last album that he released, or EP, I believe it was. Troye released an album last year, TRXYE, and this album sounds very similar and along the lines of that, which I really like. Sometimes it's fun when bands are super established and they release something that sounds nothing like their past albums. Like Mumford & Sons did that this year, and I love their new album, and it's awesome, and it's so different, but you can still hear like the lead singer's like tone, and you're like, yes, I hear you, I feel you, I love you. Since Troye is just kind of starting out, like, he's been known on the internet for a long time, but people in the music industry might not know him as well, and I think it's good that he's developing this voice and this type of sound, so when you hear a song, you're like, oh, that's Troye. Like, if you hear the intro, you're like, that's Troye. It's his sound. And I really like when artists do that, because then it just helps develop their brand completely. I really like the song Ease, which is, I believe, the fourth song on the EP, and that is Troye and Broods singing together. And Broods, I believe, is a guy and a girl, but I could only hear the girl singing, and she has this super, like, not high-pitched, but, like, she has a really high voice. Like super soprano. Like, I wouldn't think to pair Troye with another higher pitched singer, but it really came together beautifully, and I just can't wait to hear another cover of this song or like live duos singing this song, because it was really beautiful, and it was kind of like them coming back and forth and then singing together and going back and forth. Just because I love YouTube, I know that there'll be a ton of covers on this song, and one that I really hope to see is Hobby Stewart and Velvet Ghost. There are two different people on YouTube, and Velvet Ghost is like a beauty blogger. She just recently, within this past year, put up a cover with Hobby, and it was beautiful. So I really hope they cover this song, because they would do it beautifully, and they always change it up and make it a little different. So I can't wait to see how people change the song and make it their own, because I think it could be done in so many different ways, and it was just beautiful and such a cool song. And just like all of Troye's songs make you feel cool when you're listening to them. It just feels like one of those albums that you would blast in your car while you're like driving alone, or like, since I don't have a car, I would like play it while I'm biking home from work or something like that. It's like kind of reflective music, but it's loud enough that you can drown out all the other noise and just kind of like go with it and like ride. I really think anyone who likes kind of a little bit alternative music should check out this album. It's not completely different from what you hear on the radio. It does have that techno feel and that like techno pop feel, but his lyrics and everything are very like Lorde-esque, and it's just super cool, chill music to listen to. So I hope you guys enjoyed my little review of Wild by Troye Sivan, and I hope you guys check it out. I'll leave a link to Troye's music and his channel down below because I really think you guys should check it out. All right, thanks. Bye.